Entitled Vegan Stepmother strikes again, this time at my little brother's school musical. Hello! I posted a little while ago about my vegan stepmom where she decided that if she was vegan, everyone else had to be too. I've been thinking of a story to post about her but couldn't think of the right one. Well, this happened yesterday and it's an absolute gem. So yesterday and the day before, my brother's school did their performance of Shrek, the musical. My brother played Shrek, which yes, garnered loads of memes, and he absolutely killed it. Okay, so my dad and stepmom, ED and EM for this, went to both shows. I was sick during the first showing, so I went to the second. The musical was about 2 hours long, give or take, and there was an intermission halfway through, so people could go to the bathroom, buy snacks, etc. I have a feeling my stepmom did this solely because she knew I was in line too, because if she had done what I'm about to tell you all about during the first show that I wasn't there for, she probably wouldn't be allowed in for the second one. I went up to the concession line with two of my friends, and ED and EM were somewhat close to the front. They offered for us to join them, but we said no because the line wasn't that long and we didn't want to be around them. The smell of tofu was a lingering one. As we were waiting in line, they got to the front and it went like this. What good would a story about a musical be without a cast list? Me, yours truly, F1, friend 1, F2, friend 2. ED, EM we've already met, CL, concession lady, P, school principal, and PO, police officer. Well, that is a long cast list. Hello, what do you have here that's vegan? Oh, well, we have Lay's and Ruffles here. They had that box full of mini chip bags, regular Lay's, all dressed Ruffles, Nacho Doritos, and Cheeto Puffs. Though I think all dressed Ruffles have some sort of egg in it, correct me if I'm wrong. No, I'm not eating something that was in the same box as that trash. Some of those have cheese in them, they're hurting animals. Yes, that's how she pronounces it, and I won't support it. Well, I'm sorry, but all we have are the chips and chocolate bars. Our soft drinks are vegan though, if you'd like one. What? Just because I'm a little overweight, you think I drink pop all the time? Pop is what we call soda in Canada, and I'd like to point out that their fridge is chock full of Pepsi. Though I'm pretty sure my dad is the only one that drinks it, they're both fat as anything for people who call themselves vegan. No, Mom, it's just that those are our only options for you. You effing fat-shaming lady! Why don't you have anything that's vegan? This is discrimination! At this point, the principal came out to see what land whale was shrieking in the front foyer of the school, accompanied by the police officer they had here to act as security. What's the matter here? These a-holes don't have anything that's vegan for me and my fiancé. Yup, they're getting married, and I'm accepting bets on who kills who first. Mom, they have things here that are vegan, you just won't accept them. Not to mention, I witnessed both you and your fiancé scarfing down Kit Kats yesterday. At this point, they're both stuttering, trying to figure out what to say, and just walk back into the gym to wait for the intermission to be over. I bought a bag of Doritos, a root beer, and a coffee crisp. When the musical ended, I still had the coffee crisp yet, so I stood up, saw her staring at me, took a big bite of it, and flipped her off. Coffee crisps are chocolate bars for those who don't know, chocolate bars with milk in them. At the end of the musical, me, F1, and F2 went outside to wait for my little brother while he got his green face paint and stuff off. We were talking about it, and my friend was scrolling through Reddit and reading us dark jokes every now and then, and out comes my entitled dad and entitled stepmom. Ahem? EM stands there behind ED, holding his arm like a school kid who brought their mum or dad to confront the school bully. My entitled dad says, "You owe EM an apology." I don't owe her anything. She says you flipped her off and ate something non-vegan in front of her. So I'm not in your house and I can eat whatever I want. Well, you knew I was gonna be here, so you ate non-vegan things just to annoy me. My friend says, OP, I don't mean to disrespect your family, but can the both of you F off? Nah, it's fine, I was about to say the same thing. EM, in her typical, if I can't get my way then I'll throw things, fashion, threw a water bottle at me and got me all wet. I only live a block away from the school, but it was chilly out and I hate the cold. Her throwing it at me annoyed me, so I took my mostly empty root beer can and threw it at her in return, getting a bit in her stupid overly dyed red hair. She shrieked at me numerous profanities as she stormed to her car, and me, my friend, and my other friend all flipped her off as they left. So not only does EM not allow anyone else to eat non-vegan food in front of her, she's not even a vegan herself. She was caught eating Kit Kats. This is a brilliant story. My child has bad teeth. I'm taking the toys. I recently posted a story on here to do with my work. However, my mum told me this story. She is a dentist. Also, my mum is Muslim and from Egypt. This will be important later. Cast: EM entitled Mum, K1 9-year-old child, K2 a 2-year-old child. It is recommended you take your children to the dentist as soon as their first tooth has appeared. D. My mum, the dentist. N. Nurse. NPM, nice policeman. It is recommended that parents should brush their children's teeth until they are 7 and monitor their teeth brushing until they are 10. This is important later in the story. This is in England and checkups for children who are under 18 are free. They are new patients, so the nurse gives the EM a form to fill up with their medical history and personal details and explains to her that the checkup is free for them until they are 18. This is a standard procedure and there is no problem so far. Meanwhile, the children play with the toys provided for them. Once the form is completed, my mum, the dentist, calls them in. By law, the parents should come in with their child until they are capable of saying otherwise. K2 goes first. The dentist finds no problems with his 2 teeth. EM is happy and she still seems lovely. Next is the 9-year-old kid, who doesn't want his mum to come into the surgery. This is when the EM's true colours appear. Now, K1's teeth are terrible. He needs about 4 fillings already. This is extremely bad for a child. The dentist calls the EM into the surgery and she explains how she needs to watch how he should brush his teeth so she can watch when he's doing it as his teeth are really bad. She gets angry quickly. Why would I watch my child brush his teeth? Well, he needs 4 fillings and his gums are very bad. How dare you say my child's teeth are bad? I taught him how to brush himself. I'm sorry, Mom, but his teeth are really bad and need to be done urgently, otherwise he will be in a lot of pain. Don't tell me how to raise my child, you lady. I'm not, I just want to show you how to brush his teeth properly. This conversation continued for a while. I can't know the details due to patient protection. Eventually, my mum, the dentist, managed to calm her down enough to explain what he needs to do and to book an appointment for the following week to do the fillings and explain the prices. The following week, the EM comes with just K1. The dentist takes him into the surgery and starts the fillings. They all go well. At the end of the appointment, the EM goes to the desk to book the next appointment. The dentist takes the next patient into the surgery. Suddenly, she hears yelling. She goes outside to see K1 crying and pulling EM's jumper. The dentist quickly intervened to see what the problem was. I am not paying for K1's fillings. You said they were free until he is 18. I explained to you last week how they are going to cost money. Only checkups are free until you are 18 years old. You even tried to haggle the price last week, even though it is the cheapest you will probably find in this area. How dare you accuse me of lying? As compensation for everything you've done to me and K1, I am taking the toys. If you do that, miss, we will call the police for stealing and unpaid charges. She tried to take the toys, so the nurse had no option but to call the police. How dare you call the police, you terrorist? The dentist is very well known in the area and very well liked. She also knew the police from unrelated instances quite well. The nice policeman arrived and asked about the situation. What's going on here? This terrorist tried to scam me and stole my child's toys. That's not true. We followed surgery procedures and followed guidelines. We completed the surgery after explaining the cost and what was going to happen. Once it was done, she refused to pay and tried to take the children's toys. The policeman then looked to security and EM got arrested. My mum, the dentist, pressed charges for £400, which is 4 fillings. I don't know any more details for patient privacy reasons. Well, that EP sounds like a mum from heck, but kudos to your mum, the dentist, for staying cool throughout everything. Why would my son go out in dodgeball when he got hit? You should go out instead. Background: it was the day after Easter or something, and my mum was taking me, I'm 14, my cousins, 5th and 6th grade, and my friend to Sky Zone, one of those trampoline places. I knew we'd be spending most of the time in dodgeball, and since one of the 2 courts was reserved for a private party, all ages were put into the other court, also made of trampolines for people who have never been. Anyways, there was a probably 8ish-year-old kid who I hit and he didn't go out, so I hit him again, same thing. I hit him a bunch of times and I was telling one of my cousins about it, and the kid runs up and hits me while I'm distracted. Of course, I didn't go out. His mum, who was watching her little bundle of sunshine perform his heart out, comes storming into the situation, which leads us to our lovely cast for our story. EM, EK, me, TR is a teenage referee, HC is a hyperactive cousin who's in the 6th grade. EM: excuse me, why are you not going out? That's my son and he just got you out. I've been watching. Well, if you've been watching, then you must have seen me get him out 6 times in the last 2 minutes. Are you accusing him of cheating? Well, if you get hit, you go out in dodgeball. I know it may be a bit confusing for some people, people, obvious sarcasm, but it's how the game is played. The EK then runs over and joins the argument. You didn't hit me! We'll ask the referee. The ref, who's clearly on my side but scared of EM because he's just a teenager trying to get some money. I'm not sure. I think, sure, EK is out. The EK rolls his eyes and walks to the out area. No, don't go out until this kid's out. He should be out. Then some other unrelated kid gets out on their team and is actually going out. You can stay in, this kid won't go out. Luckily, like a twisted angel descending from heaven, HC, who is my hyperactive cousin who has ADHD and likes making people in public mad, runs in and nails EK square in the face out of nowhere, and he runs off crying. And EM turns to me and says, "Look what you did, you've ruined our time here." Oh well. Side note, I tried to apologise to EM later anyways, and she took it sarcastically and got more mad. Well, why doesn't that surprise me? Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, go and check out another one right away. There are so many more Reddit stories on my channel for you to enjoy. Also, drop me a comment below if there's another subreddit that I haven't looked at yet and you want to see in the next video.